Dear students, today we'll discuss about Association of Southeast Asian Nations, that is ASEAN. ASEAN was established on 8th August 1967 in Bangkok by five original member countries, namely Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines, Singapore, and Thailand. Brunei joined on 8th January 1984. Vietnam on 28th July 1995. Laos and Myanmar on 23rd July 1997. And Cambodia on 30th April 1999. So it's an organization of 10 countries. The Asian region has a population of about 500 million, a total area of 4.5 million square kilometers, a combined gross domestic product of US $737 billion, and a total trade of 720 billion US dollars. What are its objectives? The ASEAN Declaration says that the aim and purpose of associations are: number one, to accelerate the economic growth, social progress, and cultural development in the region. Number two, to promote regional peace and stability. Number three, to promote active collaboration and mutual assistance on matters of common interest in the economic, social, cultural, technical, scientific, and administrative fields. Next, to provide assistance to each other in the form of training and research facilities and educational, technical, and administrative affairs. Next, to promote Southeast Asian studies. Next, to collaborate the greater utilization of their agriculture and industries and expansion of trade. Next, to maintain close and beneficial cooperation with existing international and regional organizations with similar aim and purposes. In 1995, the ASEAN heads of governments reaffirmed that cooperative peace and shared prosperity shall be the fundamental goals of ASEAN. Now, the fundamental principles of ASEAN. The Treaty of Amity and Cooperation, that is TAC, in Southeast Asia, signed at the first ASEAN Summit on 24th February 1976, declared that in their relations with one another, the high contracting parties should be guided by the following principles. Number one, mutual respect for the independence, sovereignty, equality, territorial integrity, and national identity of all nations. Number two, the right of every state to lead its national existence free from external interference, subversion, or coercion. Three, non-interference in the internal affairs of one another. Four, settlement of differences or disputes by peaceful manner. Five, renunciation of the threat or use of force. Six, effective cooperation among themselves. These principles are quite similar to the principles of the Bandung Declaration, which later on came to be known as the Panchshila. ASEAN formal summits. The first summit of the ASEAN was held in Bali, Indonesia, 23rd to 24 February 1976. Now, the structure of the ASEAN Ministerial Conference. The ASEAN Ministerial Meeting is held on an annual basis. Ministerial meetings on various other sectors are also held: agriculture and forestry, economic, energy, environment, finance, information, investment, labor law, rural development, and poverty alleviation, science and technology, social welfare, and so on. The AFTA, ASEAN Free Trade Association Council, was created to have a free trade within these countries. Supporting these ministerial bodies are 29 committees of senior officials and 122 technical working groups. Next one is the standing committee. It needs, when necessary, between ministerial meetings for consultation. The meetings are held in 5 countries by rotation. The committee consists of foreign ministers of the host countries and ambassadors of other 4 countries. The Secretary General of ASEAN is appointed on merit and according to the ministerial status. Permanent Secretariat. The ASEAN also had a permanent secretariat with its headquarters at Jakarta, Indonesia. It was set up in 1976. The Secretary General of ASEAN, who has a 5-year term, is mandated to initiate, advise, coordinate, and implement ASEAN activities. The members of the professional staff of the ASEAN Secretariat are appointed on the principle of open recruitment and region-wise competition. ASEAN has various specialized bodies and arrangements promoting intergovernmental cooperation in various fields. Some of the important bodies are ASEAN University Network, ASEAN EC Management Center, ASEAN Center for Energy, ASEAN Agriculture Development Planning Center, ASEAN Earthquake Informative Center, ASEAN Poultry Research and Training Center, ASEAN Regional Center for Biodiversity Conservation, ASEAN Rural Youth Development Center, ASEAN Specialized Meteorological Center, ASEAN Tourism Informative Center, and ASEAN Timber Technology Center. In addition, ASEAN promotes cooperative activities with organizations with related aims and purposes. ASEAN Chambers of Commerce and Industry, ASEAN Business Forum, ASEAN Tourism Association, ASEAN Council on Petroleum, ASEAN Ports Association, ASEAN Vegetable Oils Club, and ASEAN Institute for Strategic and International Studies. There are 53 non-governmental organizations which have formed affiliation with ASEAN. Next is ASEAN Economic Community. ASEAN Economic Community shall be the end goal of economic integration measures as outlined in the ASEAN Vision 2020. Its aim is to create a stable, prosperous, and highly competitive ASEAN economic region in which there is a free flow of goods, services, investment, and a freer flow of capital, equitable economic development, and reduced poverty and socioeconomic disparity by 2020. ASEAN Economic Community shall establish ASEAN as a single market and production base, turning the diversity that characterizes the region into opportunities for business complementation and making the ASEAN a more dynamic and stronger segment of the global supply chain. The ASEAN strategy shall consist of the integration of ASEAN and enhancing ASEAN's economic competitiveness. ASEAN has agreed to institute new mechanisms and measures to strengthen the implementation of its existing economic initiatives, including the ASEAN Free Trade Area, that is AFTA. So what is AFTA? ASEAN Free Trade Area. AFTA was launched in 1992, which aims to promote the region's competitive advantage as a single production unit, the elimination of tariffs tariff and non-tariff barriers among member countries is expected to promote greater economic efficiency, productivity, and competitiveness. As of from 1st January 2005, tariffs on almost 99% of the products in the inclusion list of ASEAN 6, Brunei, Indonesia, Malaysia, and Philippines, Singapore, and Thailand have been reduced to no more than 5%. More than 60% of these products have zero tariffs. The average tariff of ASEAN 6 has been brought down from more than 12% when AFTA started to 2% today. For the newer members, countries namely Cambodia, Laos, PDR, Myanmar, Vietnam, tariffs on about 81% of their inclusion list have been brought down to within the 0.5% range, less than 1%. ASEAN has developed cooperative relations with its dialogue members like Australia, Canada, China, European Union, India, Japan, Republic of Korea, New Zealand, Russian Federation, the USA, United Nations Development Programme. Today, ASEAN economic cooperation covers the various areas like trade investment, industry, services, finance, agriculture, forestry, energy, transportation, and communication. This organization have made this area so powerful economically that the modern scholars called this area as the tiger economies. Thank you very much.